Pretty impressive run of results.
Celtic without Kenny Miller for this one due to an ankle injury, so Maciej Żurawski took his place in the starting line-up. And Mark Wilson returned to the bench for the first time in 2 months after breaking his foot at Old Trafford the last time Celtic played Man United in the Champions League. For Inverness, Charlie Christie was forced to Clark.
Well, 3 days away from Manchester United, but Gordon Strachan has been getting his priorities right, or at least making it clear in public what his priorities are by saying the championship comes first. Of course it does. Bain was nowhere near that, and there's a little touch here. There's a chance. They've got to take the chances and the deflection. Gravison again. Pivotal figure at the moment in midfield, Telfer. Nakamura trying to find a little space in there. That's good turning. That's a great save, Żurawski. At his very best there, he had to negotiate a quick turn, which he does very well here, getting away from his marker, Darren Dodds. Difficult angle, but the goalkeeper stood up bravely to him. Lennon, Naylor again, that's an inviting ball, great play. Vinegar and Hasselink did get his head to it. But there's the man that's making Celtic tick at the moment. And there's that beautifully flighted cross which the Dutchman almost put away. This time it's very deep and just on. Is it over the line yet? Still not there. What a tangle. It was like a rugby scrum eventually. Here's the cluster of players around there. Here's the ball there. It seems to go through the legs. And that, well, is it? Did it curve round? Now, from the first view, it looks over the line there. And then it hits the line and goes between the goalkeeper's legs. Astonishing. And it goes, and it's just past Bain. So close to it. As we were watching that, overcame the corner kick. A cluster of players, and Celtic actually haven't defended these at all well. And watch it coming back across here, and Bain, well, why did he miss it? 15 minutes of this first half remaining. Decent ball played in again. That's fallen well to Maloney. Tried to swing it past the goalkeeper. And Michael Fraser has shown no traces of nerves. Had he, this would have gone in. Just played away too much. Caldwell wasn't there, and Boric. Well, when you think of it, when that ball was played there, John Rankin coming in might have played it to other players to the side of him. Well, every time he comes forward like that, Naylor, you can see that nervousness about this Inverness defence. That's a very good ball, and it's in! The first goal, Jan Vinegar of Hasselink. All the danger really has come from Naylor, and coming at a crucial time here. Once again, swept in high, headed down there and then flicked it. Difficult ball for them to gauge. Start the second half, 1 goal done, but who scored that goal? Now the benefit of half-time is that you can look at slow motion replays from different angles, and it looks a bit clearer that the last touch to the Żurawski header was by Darren Dodds, no less. Injury there. Caldwell, who is down, took a knock on the side of the leg. And we might be getting a replacement. And indeed, I think the player is finished. Yes, he just acknowledged that to the manager as he went past them. That's it. So onto the field will come Darren O'Day. Naylor with that curving ball again. Causing havoc in the defence, the way he puts it in. And not so far away from Lennon. Swept away. Picked up by Duncan again, seeing more of the ball. They were screaming at each other, Dargo and Bain there. Not quite sure why. I think it was Dargo's fault. Zaraski. Oh, that's a brilliant piece of play there by Gravison. Here's Maloney. Now what a game this man has had. Naylor just touched away. Pressure's still on all the same. Celtic have looked dangerous in the last 5 minutes. Back it goes to Telfer. Oh, there it is! Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink does it. Just picked it up here, one touch. No ambiguity about this goal. Zaraski, that's a decent ball, Lennon. Zaraski, now he'll try the shot, and it wasn't far away. Well, Celtic have come alive again. I thought it was in the back of the net there, so did he. Swinging round, ooh, that was very, very close indeed. Yeah, that's it, yes! Clean-cut header. Using his height to advantage. I think the very fact that that ball was played well away from goal, well away from the keeper and the centre defenders, made it not any easier for him, but it gave him a better opportunity, and he grabbed it. 3-0 with 5 minutes remaining.
Will mount a major operation to prevent the stadium breaching its capacity limit. We have a full preview coming up of the latest from both camps with Rona, who's live at Celtic Park. But first, Alan Mackay has been watching the influx of fans from south of the border.
The Reds' invasion began to roll in from early this morning. Planes, coaches and cars, as well as trains involved, bringing an estimated 3,500 Manchester United supporters to the city. On police advice, Network Rail kept our cameras outside at Glasgow Central Station, but I watched British transport officers doing their own filming of fans known to the police. Strathclyde's match commander said uniformed officers and spotters would keep trouble to a minimum.
We have an operation, an intelligence-based operation, which is aimed at finding anyone who has counterfeit tickets. It's aimed at dealing with people who are intent on causing disorder, who intend to upset the fixture. And I hope that if it is billed as the Battle of Britain, that epithet is confined to the sports pages and keeps off the front pages.
The city centre was busy. Sir Alec Ferguson's son Jason among the visiting contingent. Few could see beyond a Reds win.
I think 2-0 win for United.
Okay, now you sound like you're from Glasgow.
I'm a Glasgow man myself, but I now live in Dubai, so my allegiance, I'm married to a Mancunian, so I'm a bit 50-50, but I think, to be honest, I think a good game, close game, but I think United will just push it.
First away game, I'm really looking forward to it.
And a prediction?
3-1 United, easy.
And at the Celtic shop too, dreams of what could lie ahead. Business was certainly brisk. Hoops fans from far afield also hopeful of the correct result, at least most of them.
Have you a tip for tonight?
Man United.
And yourself?
Oh, Celtic, of course. Celtic 2-0.
You're a bit confused then.
Well, I'm not. He is.
2 girls, 2 boys, and a lovely wife. Hail, hail, the Celts are here.
Tonight, Glasgow will witness the biggest football policing operation in the country this year. Force insiders say they're on the alert for a new trend of teenage hooligans using away matches like this for premeditated violence. Alan Mackay reporting.
They've got some of the best footballers in the world at Manchester United, but one man in particular enjoys scoring important goals in Scotland.
Run to the edge of the area, it's Paul Scholes!
He scored twice for England at Hampden back in 1999. 7 years on, this is what worries him.
When you play at such a good stadium, we know the fans will be, they'll be right behind them. I think the way you try and quieten them a bit is by keeping the ball and try and keep the ball away from our goals as much as we can.
It promises to be a big night for the Celtic defence, especially for the returning Bobo Baldé, who's only played 2 first-team games all season.
Bobo's got a lot of experience at this level. He's seen a lot of games here.
And assistant manager Murdo McLeod. And Murdo, we've just had the team news through. It might surprise you. Zurawski will partner Hesselink up front, Miller and Maloney on the bench, and Evander Snow in midfield. What do you think of that?
Well, I don't think Kenny Miller can be 100% fit, and that's why he's on the bench. Maloney coming off from the left-hand side, and I think that could be a problem for Celtic tonight, because Manchester United like to get their players wide down the sides, and Maloney was ideal to stop anything come down the right-hand side. But Evander Snow coming in, a wee bit more strength in the middle of the park, but not as much width for Celtic.
It was disappointing in the first leg for Celtic. We could see that they've improved.
Well, that's quite interesting. Davey's going to settle for a draw. Both teams arrived at Celtic Park just over an hour ago or so. Gordon Strachan leading his side off the team boss, going into Celtic Park for what could possibly be one of the biggest games of the season so far. Magic Zurawski playing alongside Jan Vennegoor tonight. Could be a big night for Nakamura this evening. Are we hoping for a free kick in and around the 18-yard box? You bet your life we are. There's Sir Alex Ferguson leading his side out, looking for the 3 points this evening. He's been here, he knows what it's all about, as does that man Ryan Giggs, who's played here on numerous occasions. The one man possibly to watch tonight, could be a big evening for big Bobo Baldé, is watching Wayne.
Very little, and just wait for the whistle to come to kick the game off. But different players approach it differently in the dressing room.
In Copenhagen, so we'll see.
As you mentioned, you did give them a tough test at Old Trafford. How much of an advantage will it be having them here at Celtic Park?
I think the home games here is always difficult for opponents to play, and I think they're under impression from all the people and from the whole crowd and from the cheering, and I think that's a big bonus for us. I think it gives us an extra boost to give everything for the people and for ourselves.
Who do you think is their biggest threat?
I think they have some players who individually are very good, like Giggs and Rooney and Ronaldo. You know, the players as a team, they're also very good, but sometimes if the team is normal, then some players can make the difference individually, and that's the main thing we have to worry about, and to look at the players who are exceptionally good and to disarm them and play good we as a team and make it better.
You mentioned.
Welcome to the North-South Divide. It's a Champions League night in Watford Park in Glasgow. Celtic against Manchester United, the runaway leaders in Scotland against the form team of the Premier League. United in for the toughest of examinations.
Celtic storm Old Trafford with the first goal of the night. Debate and doubts about the penalty decision. Louis Saha, no doubt. 2-1. Louis Saha is turning around. The perfect free kick from Nakamura. What a first half.
These players have sampled tonight. Obviously, a quick goal, I would think, for United would kill the atmosphere to a certain degree. But the longer the game goes and Celtic have got a chance. I mean, for example, if Celtic score, Steve, the roof will come off this place.
But United have experienced this kind of atmosphere all over the world. They should be able to cope.
Absolutely.
It's a European night, but very much a British footballing occasion, and we have every reason to think it's going to be the best kind of British footballing occasion. Celtic against Manchester United, Champions League. The anticipation builds at this very special football arena of Celtic Park. Well, players should be inspired by this kind of atmosphere, and so too should managers. Gabriel Clark has had a quick word with Celtic's Gordon Strachan and also Sir Alex Ferguson.
The atmosphere play for you tonight?
That definitely helps. There's it's helping the two previous home games here. It helped at Old Trafford when we had a lot of fans down there, so the atmosphere was good. So there was 3 good performances with us, 1 not so good at Benfica. So we're hoping tonight to get back on the rails with a good performance.
Do you go for it tonight?
Yeah, we always go for it. It's you have to obviously measure your opponents to begin with. We want to make sure we keep the ball and have good possession in our game, and then hopefully get the penetration, which we've been doing very well this season. We have the players to do that, and hopefully we keep our form up.
Tell us about your team selection, because Kenny Miller...
And Ali, Gordon Strachan and Alex Ferguson will be as excited by this occasion and this atmosphere as any of the players out there tonight.
Steve, it's unbelievable, because you look at the two managers, right? Obviously Gordon played a lot of his football under Fergie at Aberdeen and United, and they are two competitive characters, they really are, and they will obviously want to win for their prospective teams, but they'll want to put one over on each other. Make no mistake about it, Fergie, you know, he's a Govan boy, you know, played the Rangers. He'll want to come up and put one over on Celtic, and Gordon will want to put one over his old boss.
And they are two managers who love to put attacking sides on the field, and that tells us what kind of match we should have tonight.
Hopefully we will do. Certainly, I think it all depends on what Celtic do. We know that United are in great form at the moment. I think if Celtic play a tempo, a frantic tempo, not a fast one, they've got to look for a notch above that. If they do that, that's when they're at their very best. This crowd, these people seem to energise their players in this competition, really, particularly on these sort of nights, when they play at such a fast tempo. And I think if they do that, I think it will get the place throbbing, and they've got a big chance. If they sit back, United have got too much quality, too much pace, too much power, and I think they'll get picked off.
A bit of a surprise team selection from Gordon Strachan. What might he have spotted as maybe United's weaknesses in what promises to be a really frantic first 15 minutes?
Well, you know, Steve, looking at the United team, for me, any weakness at all is in the back four.
The Celtic Park atmosphere in just a moment. Pride, prestige and some vital Champions League points at stake as Celtic take on Manchester United, with commentary from Clive Tilsley and David Pleat.
Can anybody hear me? Celtic Park is not a football ground where the manager needs to tell the supporters to roar on the team. Neither manager will be able to make themselves heard until half-time now. Gordon Strachan is without a key defender, Gary Caldwell through injury, Bobo Baldi plays his first, Major Max is safer at the back, Maxi Zarabski gets the vote up front over Kenny Miller, and there's a place for Gabriel Ainse's return at left back, the one change, all that talk about resting Neville and here.